of it all, yeah, it was important.
Did you train a lot to run away so fast?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I wanted to throw up right at the end of it, and I think I shot it 2 or 3 times too. Yeah, for the side shots and the front shots, and I did it in like slippers. I was like, because I wanted to.
Hi, Kanye. As watching the film, I was just curious. Usually with a film, they make music that is in support of the visual. And in this case, you're making a film and you've already made the album. So did you find that you were, in the creative process, you were creating it along the same track? Or, I mean, how do you feel about that? Do you feel you want to make a movie that's more concentrated on the soundtrack being a supportive aspect, or vice versa? How does that work for you?
Well, it was very abstract for me, the creation process, when I was in Hawaii working on the album, because I always had visual references, and I had like this 80-foot plasma screen that I would just watch movies over and over, like Holy Mountain and There Will Be Blood and Avatar and old Star Wars, and just all type of visual references while I'm creating, and just feel the way that the visuals inspire me, because I was in art school from like age 5 and like went to art, and I dropped out of art school in order to do music. The visuals have always been an extremely important part, and a lot of times I'm limited when I work with other directors, and I wanted to work with other directors, but I'd sit down with them and say, so I want to do a Phoenix, and they get into an argument with me about why I'm using a Phoenix in the first place, and I'd be like, well, I'd rather have a movie that wasn't as well directed or things wrong with it, that was exactly what I was feeling in my heart, than to have someone else's view on what they wanted. Because at the end of the day, as I'm creating, everything, the closer and closer I get to my real vision is what I feel as a 5-year-old and what I think, before I allow the world to taint, what things meant to me. So what was so interesting when Virgil was on set and he drew the kid with the red hood, it was like, that's something just that a kid would just draw before it had all those other connotations with it. And I thought it would just be brave to put that type of imagery on the screen. So, and the connection, it was like an abstract going back and forth and adding strings after we saw things. And we're still gonna do some more sound design. It's like, it's not perfect at all. Like, we were just, barely made it to this premiere. So it's a back and forth between this and where I want to take it. And eventually I want to perform in Egypt in April when the pyramids are available. So I want to perform in the Armory in November, and then in Egypt in April, and that'll be the end of this entire process where I can have like 400 people doing the power clap in front of the pyramids. But it's slowly showing like these visuals, and instead of, they wanted us to chop up the Runaway piece and give it as do it the conventional way and put like it on iTunes, you get this 8-minute piece, but no one understood what the story was about just by seeing like the ballerinas. So we're gonna do like this worldwide premiere of the entire piece in 2 weeks on Viacom Networks and some other affiliates, like literally within 12 hours, an entire worldwide on every single, like you can see it in Tokyo and Sydney. Like this is where we're starting. We're doing London tomorrow. We're going to Tokyo Friday, and we're going to Sydney just to show the film before it actually does the full worldwide premiere. One more question, if anyone has it.
Yes. How was your collaboration with Vanessa Nicole?
It was like the worst thing in the world. And okay, so she's here right here. Virgil, me, and Vanessa were the only people on set. Well, no. The art director also cared a lot, but it seemed like it was just us 3 or 4 people, and Salita, who's up here. Give Salita a hand, everyone. She's already.